Lila Grant is the first female drum major at Morehouse since 1983. She's known all along that she was going to go to an HBCU.
I always knew, especially coming out of a pretty white environment in high school, that I wanted to go to an HBCU. I also realized in my classes in high school that I wasn't getting enough, attention and acknowledgement, the attention and acknowledgement that I needed as a Black woman. So being at Spelman, knowing that it was a school for Black women, I knew that everyone there was working for the betterment of Black women, and I couldn't imagine myself any other place.
And music has always been a part of her life.
I started playing the piano at age 5, and it was just what I did. I mean, my mom, she was a singer. My grandmother was a music educator. My grandpa was always singing. I just grew up singing. I was in choir. I joined the band because that's just what everybody did.
But joining the House of Funk wasn't the plan from day one.
I planned thoroughly to come to college and not be in band anymore. But as soon as I saw the band at my NSO week, I was like, okay, yeah, I made a mistake. I'm doing that next year. So I actually joined my sophomore year.
Then it was off to the drum line.
My band director, he tends to put people who are kind of musically ambiguous on instruments that might need more people. But I was gonna play the drums. I wasn't gonna come in this band and play anything else.
The transition was a process.
Most of my life, I grew up in a very white-centered, really academic, focused, just intelligent, high, preppy environment. So coming here was very different, and learning the music style was very different as well, because I came from a chorus-style marching band, and we rolled our feet and crab stepped everywhere. So it was different.
But she was coming into her own.
It was supposed to happen. I mean, we're called the House of Funk, and I just like funky music and grooving and whatnot. So I made it happen. I used to dance. I was on my high school's dance team, so I've got rhythm and style and technique of that sort. So I kind of incorporated my comfort with that, with my musical abilities, and that's kind of how I found my niche here.
It was a grind, but it was all worth it.
Most of the Morehouse men that are in the band, they get scholarships for doing this, but Spelmanites in the band, we're just here. We're just here out of the love of music, and especially since we're spending minimum 4 hours a day, every single day, and then games the whole entire weekend, sometimes cutting into the weekdays doing this, the commitment that I have put into this needs to match the love and the energy I have for that, because that's all that kept bringing me back. So yeah, it was fun. It had to be fun, or else I couldn't have gotten through it.
Now, if Lila Grant is going to be in something, she's going to be in all the way. She's a natural leader, so she chose to lead.
My band director mentioned first qualifying thing for being a drum major is being at band camp, so you all made it. And I said, I'm starting to qualify, and that was my starting point. I got close with the drum majors. I saw what they were doing, and I kind of kept it in my own mind, because I'm like, I don't want to disclose this to anyone. They're not quite ready for this yet, so I'm gonna keep this to myself until the actual audition came around in February. And so people saw in February that it was like, oh my gosh, there's a girl trying out for drum major, all this stuff, and I was like, yeah, I'm doing it. And then I got it, and I was like, yeah, I did it.
Music and rhythm are equal opportunity skills. Doesn't matter if you're a guy or a girl. But there are physical aspects to being a drum major. Some of that was a challenge for Lila.
A lot of the moves that we do, just in parades, and the marching styles that we do require, it's like doing a sprint, but a very, very, very long sprint. So the energy that needs to be put into just marching a whole parade, which we did this past weekend, is a lot of energy. We need to be able to do moves on top of after that sprint, which is a lot of energy as well. And it's a lot of tight moves, and it requires a lot of strength, just arm, leg strength, stamina, and things of that sort. So I've had to overcome my own physical abilities and then do more just to reach the minimum of them.
It's been quite a year for the House of Funk and this Chicago native.
Performing at my hometown football stadium, the Chicago Bears Stadium, Soldier Field, was amazing. It was entirely surreal. It was a very surreal experience just all the love and support that I've gotten through this whole experience. It wasn't that shocking because I get so much love when I'm at home. I get so much love when we travel to other away games.
Now, the coolest part so far might have been her opportunity to connect with the last female drum major at Morehouse back in 1983. You know, before Lila was even born.
She and I had a conversation about what it means to be in this position, especially as a woman. And we talked to each other and we said, this is something that not everybody can do. So it's a difficult thing, and knowing that both of us are strong enough and powerful enough and we're able to achieve that kind of just created a bond between us two that no one else will have. So it was a really nice experience to talk to her. I do understand what I am representing, and I'm happy. I'm very, very excited to be in this position and representing that for other women, to know your strength and your power and how much you can put into something and reap the benefits of it. But honestly, it's just another thing that I'm able to do. I'm really happy, again, to represent both schools and just show what I could do, show what women can do if they actually try. But it's just another thing.